Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. I'm Daniel Saludo, along with Andrew Chang here. We are taking you through the early afternoon games for Week 11 of the 2020 NFL season. Next game up is the Cincinnati Bengals, other Ohio team. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Washington football team. Washington is the slight favorite here at -1.5, and your total's 47. So Cincinnati would get teased up to +7.5. Washington gets teased across the zero to +4.5. Your over gets teased down to 41, and your under gets teased up to 53. Where are we at on this game?
Well, before this, I had one of my Andrew Einstein moments of
Andrew Einstein.
why on God's green earth is Washington the favorite?
Well, Washington still is, not the worst team in the league, and they had a, semi-decent result last week playing against Detroit. So they did lose the game, but it was close. They did come back from them.
Okay.
From, what was it, like 28-7 or something like that?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why I think that they get moved up, and Cincinnati was blown out by the Steelers last week. Plus, no Joe Mixon, most likely. It doesn't look like there's going to have Joe Mixon. Joe
Great.
Burrow did not come out of the Steelers game 100%, so I think that's part of what the books are worried about. And, of course, Washington's at home. They have a good defense. And, a good defense that can get pressure on a quarterback is always, a good team to bet on. And Burrow has struggled against high pressure. So I think that's why this game is on Washington. I think it opened at, I think it was a pick'em. Yeah, it was a pick'em.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's why, and it's not a huge line, and it's only 1.5. So you're not talking about like over a field goal. Mm-hmm. So you're not missing much in terms of just where the line moves from pick'em to 1.5. I actually think it's about at the right spot right now.
Okay. Well, my pick might surprise you. But in the game of two teams that I really don't know much about or care about, I'm going to take the over at 40.
Okay. All right.
I think that these teams, it doesn't matter how they're going to get there, but they will get there to 40. I think, just 21-21 is going to get me there. Ends in a tie. Who cares? It's one of those games, and
6 touchdowns.
And actually, there have been a lot of missed extra points in this league thus far. So I don't know. I mean, it could happen. Hopefully, it won't happen in this game because I need the over, want the over. But that's going to be my lean. I think for the most part, Washington usually average points around like 17, like 20.
Especially with Alex Smith now.
Yeah.
Although he had a decent game last game.
Okay, great.
So over 350
And then
yards,
we still have Joe Burrow. They still have Giovanni Bernard and my boy Tyler Boyd. So maybe some magic can happen. But I like the over. Don't really trust any of these teams, so I really can't pick a side, especially when it's this close. Even though at first I was like, ooh, +1.5, I might like
getting it up to 7.5.
Yeah, that's a nice value play.
It kind of is.
I think for my lean, I got to take the over at 40.
All right, I don't blame you. It's definitely one of the things I was looking at in this game was taking taking the over in this game 41.
Oh, it's 41.
Yeah.
Sorry, America.
So
yeah.
I don't know how this game is really going to go, and I actually feel like this is a game where all the teasers are going to hit just because it's such a close game and you don't know what kind of scoring you're going to get. I think this is one of the games where Vegas has it about on the spot in terms of line and total. But I'm just gonna default to what I think is the best value in this. And I was originally gonna go with the under in this game, just because with Alex Smith, you don't get a lot of high scoring. He's not a big bomber.
He's a manager.
He's a game manager at this point, and that's at best is what he is, a game manager. But I actually have a little bit of faith in Joe Burrow on a little bit of a bounce back of a week. I wish Mixon was there, but I think at that point the line would probably be at pick'em. But I'm gonna take Cincinnati +7.5. I just think they'll keep it. They're good enough to win the game, and possibly keep it close. So I'm just going to run with that. I wouldn't be surprised if all the teasers hit, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Washington gets a win by 9, 3 field goals or something like that. So,
God, whatever it is, I'm just hoping the over will get it. So I'm just saying. But I like that
but
too.
this is definitely far away from our betting. That's going to be on our betting slips for sure. This is not a game we want to bet on at all. It's just not valuable enough. It's just not. I mean, you talk about sweating a game, you probably will be sweating in this.
I mean, if you're a Cincinnati fan, for sure, I'd kind of be all over the plus 7.5.
Well, if you have confidence in your team, yeah, you probably do.
Yeah, but I don't. So there you go. That's why.
All right, there you go. Andrew taking the over in this game, over 41, and I'm going to take Cincinnati, teasing them up to plus 7.5, and stay far away from this game is our opinion.
There's so many other games that we're going to review, so there you go.
All right, yeah. So let us know in the comments what you think of this game. How do you think the final result is going to happen? If you're going to bet any of these sides or totals, let us know, and we always like seeing those comments in our comment area. But until next time, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. If you like the content you got in this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. That way you stay up to date with all of our latest videos and previews for the rest of the 2020 NFL season. We'd like to thank you for joining us and watching this video. But until next time, make sure you get your bets in. And of course, don't forget to be a tease.